We need some information ASAP on this new chick because we have this fusion starting so soon. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here, and I am on the test server. Thank you, Polarium, for allowing us access on the test server. Always still ways to improve, but just allowing us to be on here and test these champions is very helpful. But I gotta tell you here at the beginning of the video, I'm concerned about how good this champion is in a bad way. Maybe that's the wrong way to say it, but I do not think this champion is very good right now. We're going to test her in this video, and I'm pretty excited to share that with you. I am absolutely loving the champion filter, where we can just come in here, select all the bomb champions, and see them for easy comparisons. So at the beginning of the video here, what I want to do is just show you the builds on the 4 champions. We're going to test them and see if she's actually going to be worth saving a copy or getting a copy if you're not doing the fusion. So let's jump right in here, okay? We have Fyr-Gun Isbeil. I don't know. Her whole name is very awkward to say. Her weapon is freaking cool. The axe gun. Absolutely love it. I need to steal this character type for like a role-playing game. Absolutely love it, okay? She places these bombs on her A2 and then does a debuff spread. So far, this has not been consistent at all, even though it should be 100%, okay? So maybe I'm just hitting that 3% very often. Maybe it's an accuracy thing because the arena teams I was testing against are like OP on the test server. I'm not sure, but whatever the case might be, it has not been consistent, okay? Thing number 2, we can't test Bommel today because that rotation is not available on the test server. She might be good enough for Bommel, but my question is, why would you just not be using some of these other bomb champions you already have? So that's thing number 1. Thing number 2, her A3 I feel is awkward. And I don't know what to do with it. I love the idea of it. We have the AoE weaken 100%, and then grants an extra turn if it was placed on all enemies. So, I mean, if you get 3% and you don't get an extra turn, and then if you're speed tuning, that's going to mess things up. I don't like any of that, okay? Theoretically, her A1 is cool. Theoretically, I have yet to see it actually place a bomb, but it should 50% of the time decrease the duration of the debuff, and it should also 25% of the time place a bomb. I don't know, that's not a very high chance. And then she does have an interesting passive, but I don't know if this is good either. So in short, her kit is very interesting, and I put ridiculous gear on her, okay? Let's look at her total stats. 7,428 attack, okay? I put ridiculous attack on her. I put my best gear on her, even better than what's on my other bomb champions. So if she doesn't outdamage them, she's never going to outdamage them, okay? 520 accuracy as well is ridiculous. War Mother, her gear's not good. I just like threw gear on her to get her to the speed. Like, she has 6k attack, but like, think about how much difference in attack that is, alright? We have just random gear on Lord Shazar as well. He does scale pretty well. He's got 6,300 attack, but again, she still has the most, okay? Then we have Gaius over here. It's not a bad build, but still, again, not as good. I'm not trying to get the builds to match up. I'm just trying to give some kind of comparison. Now, what I'd like to do is test it in the Void Keep. And I know that sounds strange, but we don't want any kind of resisting or weak hits. Like, we don't want that to be our determining factor. We don't want that to be a variable in this process. So I chose this because then all of the champions are void. All right, so I know you want to see her, so let's come in here with just a reviver and my sweet bomb champion, and then we'll do this for each champion, okay? So her A2 is what you're going to want to start with here, and it's going to put 2 bombs on one person and then spread 1 to the rest. So that's immediately a signal to me where I am thinking she's not as good, okay? That's an immediate signal. I guess we'll go weaken on everybody because that will be a pro of her kit. And then she did 69,000 per bomb. Okay, let's just wait another turn here and see what's going to happen. Okay, so as you can see there, each of those did 69,000 per bomb. And it didn't even kill the Void Keep level 20 champions, okay? Which we know they're not that difficult, right? So let's back out here and let's come back in with the next champion. And then we will compare the bomb damage from the other champion. I want to start with War Mother next because I was surprised by her bomb damage in Arena. We are experiencing some lag on the test server, which is strange. Also, in this team with Duchess, we have increased attack, which is pretty cool. So, War Mother is going to place 2 bombs. And we don't even think of her as a good champion still, although she's very underrated. And then what she'll do is speed this up and just kill them. Okay, so she did 48,000 per bomb, but she had the 2 bombs, so it killed everyone. So, if we put a little bit more effort into her gear, she would have cleared that wave, right? So, although she did less damage, technically she did more because she has the 2 bombs. Next up is Lord Shazar. People don't usually use him for the damage that he provides. He has this increase attack, which we don't need, so we can just place the 2 bombs. And now we'll have to wait again for those bombs to be detonated. Okay, so as you can see there, Lord Shazar was very similar to War Mother. He did about 40,000 per bomb, but also they died. So the 2 bombs are more than her 1 bomb. Alright, now I'm going to switch the order here because Gaius has an attack in all battles aura, which obviously makes him better, right? The other people's auras are not going to fit their team exactly, like its accuracy and speed, right? So let's come in here and see his damage. Alright, so we have the Gaius, and then he wants to do his A2, which is gonna place the bombs and put them to sleep, which is a lot of control. And then what he can do is he can detonate them, but only on 1 target. So I don't know, let's do Faceless. So he did 45,000 as well. So I guess her bombs are not as bad as I thought, but you only get 1. And so that's the problem. You're only going to get the 1 bomb, which is not going to be enough to kill most people, I don't think. And you have to rely on hitting the accuracy twice. You're going to have to hit accuracy for the initial placement of the bombs, and then you're going to have to hit accuracy for the debuff spread. So you're going to have the 2 accuracy checks, and Gaius, as you can see, just cycles through his abilities so much faster. I mean, okay, so interesting fact here, Gaius and Duchess can duo stage 20 of the Void Keep. I'm not sure that that's useful information, but I also love the fact that when Gaius dies, his bombs pop. Like, none of those other champions have that.
I know how good it is, but you know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my kitchen. It's me, of course.
All right, so let's set up Isbeil for the most success possible. Let's put her in a team designed to make her be good. Yeah, there's a bunch of legendaries in here. Can you replace them with other people? Oh yeah, for sure. But this is like the best case scenario to me, okay? So, number one, let's take a look at the team setup. All right, so we have our increase attack champion. I chose Duchess here, and that's going to give us that buff. Then Isbeil is going to go second. She's going to place her bombs and spread them. Jag is going to go third. I think he's the best debuff spread champion, actually. Tell me I'm wrong, but it's 100%. And then there's nothing about duration or anything. He just spreads them very efficiently, okay? War Mother is going to go after that, and she's going to pop all the bombs. And then Kymar is going to do nothing except on wave 2. He will go first and reset the cooldowns. These champions are not important. The roles are important. So you can replace them with anything else. Let's see how it goes. Now, ideally, this is going to be the best setup for our new chick. If she's ever going to be good, it's here. Alright, so that was able to clear the waves. Now, I don't know. We'll go test this in some other areas of the game as well. And we will see his passive affected the situation. That's bad. Okay. It ended up working out. Maybe he's not the best because his passive, you could spread the wrong thing. I don't know. We do have War Mother coming in here to be able to place some bombs as well and help us with the situation. We're going to spread poisons, which is interesting as well. I don't know, this guy is super interesting. But this is a reasonably fast time. And a pretty cool team to go with it. Obviously not the best. You can solo farm this with Yakarl. But this is a good representation of her maximum damage. Now, War Mother is getting credit for the bombs because she's exploding them, I think. But I honestly don't know how that works. Isbeil has, the least amount of damage in the team. So, maybe it's just because War Mother got bombs on the boss and his HP is higher? I'm not sure. But it did seem like Isbeil in this team did good work. Let's try it in some other areas. All right, so let's test this team over on Doom Tower Floor 9 on the hard side. I thought it'd be funny to go bombs versus bombs. I tried getting Arbiter in here, but then the speed tune doesn't work because this is the way that I set it up. But again, you could fit her in there. You just got to mess with the turn order a little bit. So let's come in here and see her in an ideal situation and see if she can clear the waves. So we have the bombs, we're spreading the bombs, and then we're detonating the bombs. All of that looked great. Then Kymar's going to reset, and we're going to do it all over again. And then we'll spread the bombs. I don't know why he's not targeting the right... he's not targeting the person with the 2 bombs, which is really strange. But if you manual it, you'll get more out of it. Let's do that on this last wave here and just manual it and see if we can get the most out of the situation. Sure, let's put weaken up on everybody. That's fine. Then we can A1. We might as well place bombs with War Mother. That actually works out well for the 3rd wave. You just place the bombs on War Mother, or from War Mother. And then you should be able to kill that 3rd wave. You could even come in here and debuff spread more bombs. And then put them to sleep with Kymar, and then they'll all die. Eventually they'll all die, and then they'll all die. Okay, so, that seems reasonable.
I knew we could do it. It was just a matter of actually doing it.
But again, War Mother's getting credit for exploding the bombs. But obviously, Isbeil was doing the major work on the waves. It's just War Mother's exploding the bombs. So that's weird. I don't know why she gets credit for that. Jag seemed like he was doing reasonable amount of damage. Let me show you the stats here for comparison on this team. This guy, the Jag Bonesaw, I threw pretty random gear on him, but we got some reasonable stats. Crit damage, some accuracy, some attack. Like, that's not bad. I really did put a lot of effort in here. Like, 7,400 attack is a lot. You know, like, I have fully ascended gloves, attack with attack, chest attack with attack, and boots speed with attack. And I have an attack amulet maxed out, a very nice ring, and then an accuracy banner. I also have, like, oh, you know, the speed is not really important there, just the total speed. But, like, I also have a really nice helmet with a maxed glyph attack. So, like, if she was ever going to be good, it's in this build. And I don't think that this build is attainable in the mid-game situation where you would be using her. So that leads me to my final question wrapping up this video. Do you think she is worth getting a copy of? I mean, worst case scenario, she can be in your faction war team and probably help with damage. Best case scenario, I don't think you're going to use her that much. Like, especially for me, and as an endgame player, I don't know where I would use her. If this build isn't good enough to do literally everything, I don't know what build would be good enough, okay? She doesn't have masteries. I guess we could put masteries on her. I don't particularly think the masteries are going to help that much, but maybe I'm wrong. I did book her, which I don't even really like investing the books in her based on this. But let me know in the comments below. Do you feel like I gave her a fair chance in this testing? Do you think that everything that I showed was reasonable? Am I missing some use case for her? Like, tell me your thoughts on this champion in the comments below. And obviously subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So that'll do it for me here today. See you guys in the next one.